a little bit about me. This is homecoming, prom, wedding, and a Sunday service at the Cardinal Stadium with CCV a couple years back. Like Melissa said, I've been with my husband going on 30 years this year, married 20. We wanted certain things in life before we decided to tie the knot. These are our boys. I'm not sure what happened over the years because here they are now. We have a swimmer like Megan. He is a butterflyer. He is about ready to get his driver's license in June. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball. That's Carson. He's our bowler. He was receiving his first 200 patch for his 200 game. That's my mom, who's been my coach in bowling. And Carson, our 10-year-old, his favorite holiday is Halloween. As soon as Halloween Spirit Store goes up, we have to go there at least 5 times before Halloween, if not more. Then that's our little guy, Cooper. He was our surprise baby. He is a swimmer, a basketball player, a football player, our rowdy child. He is also the youngest, and I have a few years left with my little snuggle bug. This is my inspiration. My mom and my sister. My mom raised me while my dad lived in another state, and my sister is mentally challenged. And for everything that my mom has gone through, she has helped make me the person I am today. And that's just to be me and to know that I can do anything that I put my mind to. So this is a little bit about me. I started working at KFC basically the day after I turned 16 because my mom said you needed to get a job. That's where I met my husband. During that time, I went to Phoenix Community College for paralegal studies. Decided I didn't like to do all the paperwork with regards to preparing the documents. Yvette can relate, Olga can relate. But I did find my niche with numbers. And then that's why I kind of found my 2 passions was that I liked the law in the legal field and I was allowed to work with numbers. I worked for Phillips & Associates for a couple of years, moved on to Wilson Clark, went over to Clark Family Law. The attorney I worked for at Wilson, actually at all 3 of those firms, was about ready to retire, so knew the writing was on the wall that I am glad and grateful that I found Melissa that leads me to keep my passion to work with numbers and help people out with cleaning their books up. So I'm going to kind of do a little bit something different. I wanted people to also meet Melissa, who is the brains behind Bookkeep Inc., and I wanted her to fill you in on some more details that Bookkeep Inc. is so much more than just me and that we have so many more services to offer. So I'm going to turn everything over to Melissa so she can fill you in on some services that we offer other than just bookkeeping.
I have to take this thingy. I had no idea there was a microphone. There. What? Push what button down? To go down. Oh, okay, gotcha. So the reason that we decided to tag team this a little bit is because although bookkeeping is obviously what we do, Bookkeep Inc., that's obvious, right? I actually grew this business from 10 years ago, and my vision was to be like a traveling CFO or a controller in a box. And that's basically what I was doing in my career. So that's what has set me apart from all the other bookkeeping services out there is that we aren't just by remote, but we go to our clients. And I offer a lot of the CFO level stuff that you don't usually get from bookkeeping. When I brought on Kim a year and a half ago, I really wanted to grow the bookkeeping arm. I know that sounds really kind of backwards, but I decided that I really needed to grow the bookkeeping arm of the business, and she is the detail-oriented, oh my goodness, bookkeeper that everyone needs, right? So when I brought her on, it was just the perfect complement to what I had been doing. So as we go through, that's kind of backwards. That's okay. As we go through being an entrepreneur, it's a completely different experience than just being self-employed. If you're self-employed, you have a Schedule C on your tax return. You get 1099s from people. Usually, if you offer a service, that's kind of how it works. Entrepreneurs are a different level, different person. And that's kind of what I've become now that I've hired Kim and another person and an admin, and I've become that business owner that I've been coaching and helping and coming right alongside of all these years. And I realized, oh my goodness, there's just so much more that I didn't even realize that these people go through on a daily basis. If you don't have to make payroll every Thursday, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you do have to make payroll every Thursday, you definitely know what I'm talking about, or every other Thursday. So I kind of went through and found a couple of quotes that were pretty good from entrepreneurs that wish they knew what they knew now when they started. And this is where we come in. So one of the biggest things that I found, and I'm quoting 10 things small business owners wish they knew as startups from DB Squared, is how to handle finances. A lot of business owners start out, like I said, they're just kind of, they're basically sole proprietors. So they're running everything out of the same bank account. And that was one of the things that this person was talking about. Don't do that. And that they wish they had a better understanding of financial statements. Most people, when you say profit and loss and balance sheet, they kind of look at you and their eyes glaze over and they don't have any idea what you're talking about, although they need to know what you're talking about. If you are an entrepreneur or you know someone who owns a business and has absolutely no financial background, they need somebody who speaks CPA. We are bilingual. We speak English and CPA. And I'm trilingual. I speak entrepreneur as well. So there you go. So we can help them to understand what their financial statements are really telling them. I had somebody tell me one time, well, if we do flat tax, you're going to be out of a job because, you know, nobody will have to figure their taxes out anymore. That tells me you don't know anything about what we do. So I just kind of wanted to bring to the table today, I know I'm running out of time already, it goes by so fast, a little bit more about what we do at Bookkeep Inc. It's not just bookkeeping, although we could stop there, and that is huge, and that is a big piece of the puzzle. But really, we're more like CFOs. We want to come alongside of you and strategize. That business owner that you know that needs that middle management voice, that just doesn't have it, typically they don't know what to do. They're growing, but they don't know at what point is that manageable. They're needing funding, but they don't really understand why is the bank telling them that they need this or they need that, or this doesn't look right or that doesn't look right. They need to hire somebody, but they're not really sure if they can afford that or not. Another thing that we do, a lot of people go through and bid contracts and they don't know. Should I bid it at this level or should I bid it at that level? And I can show them what their break even is. I can coach them through their pricing. A lot of us undervalue our own services and our own products, and help them to figure out what the market will hold and what they'll be able to profit with. So I just kind of wanted to go through this, a good referral. These are good referrals for people who need us and what we do. But good referral partners are executive coaches, business coaches, people that help people with startups, franchises, people that have a lot of relationships with franchise people. So there are like district managers that have to meet with franchise owners. Those are really good referral partners for us because they really get to see, oh, your books need some help and you need some help understanding it. You can.
Thank you, and I hope that you all